Recording in progress.
Training. Come on in, sit down, relax, make yourself at home, because you are probably at home anyways. But anyways, my name is Luciano Fidalgo, coming to you from Orlando, Florida. And excited to have you guys here. Excited that you guys are here. For those of you that want to turn your camera on, go right ahead and do that. Like that, we can receive our guest with some thundering applause, when she starts. But I'm excited to be here tonight, guys. We have a special speaker for us tonight. I met Leone and Louis. I was trying to figure out Leone, but I think it's like maybe late 90s or early 2000s. It was a long time ago. We've been friends for many, many years. I remember when you used to come to Orlando with Eckhart, your younger son, who used to play tennis, and he was little. So anyways, and Vince too. But anyways, guys, it's my honor to present our speaker for tonight, 2-star platinum director from South Africa, Leone and Louis. We've been friends for a long time, and they started Manatech not for the business in the beginning, because I remember when I spoke to them, it was all about the soup kitchen and the kids, and they got really excited about the kids. They were interested in getting the products. Long story short, they did get the products, but I'm not going to give you all the details, and that's for another time, another day. They realized real quickly how amazing the products were working with the children. And the next question, obviously, Louis being an entrepreneur, I remember him calling me and saying, hey, do these products work for adults too? I said, absolutely. And here we go. 20 some odd years later, here they are. Louis he was an entrepreneur, obviously no longer with us. Leone is a professional tennis coach for a very long time. And, I remember Louis said that the reason that he got into network marketing was because of the residual income. Because, he's a businessman and he knows chasing deals here and there all the time. And he finally saw something that he could create long-time income that is leveraged by other people. So that's why he got excited. And I know Leone got excited because, after coaching tennis for all those years, developing #1 players in South Africa, Davis Cup team players, all American university players. I mean, she also wanted to make sure that, they could develop some kind of residual income, but also her goal was to help people, and it's always been, and it still is today. Today they have been recognized. They had just recognized a couple, maybe I don't know how many years ago, as with the Manatech's Lifetime Achievement Award, which is the biggest award that you can get at Manatech, recognition, and then also Business Builder of the Year for South Africa, Business Builder of the Year for the world. Top enrollers, all the recognition that you could get at Manatech, they have gotten. And the reason I'm telling you guys that is because if you're new, I want to make sure that you really listen. But if you're not new, I want to make sure that you really, 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 really listen. Because Leone is a woman with a lot of wisdom. So without any further ado, help me welcome 2-star platinum presidential from South Africa, my friend Leone van der Linde.
Thank you, Luciano. Thank you so much. It's not often that I get my upline with me on the same call. So first, I want to say thank you so much for introducing us many years ago in 2005 or 2006 with one phone call that changed our whole lives. So thank you so much for being such an incredible friend and supporter and such a positive influence in our life for so long, and still you are. So I also want to say thank you to the translators. I'll try my best to speak slow. I know it must sometimes not be easy to translate all these concepts, but thank you anyway. And we're going to have some fun tonight, because if you are not having fun with this journey, then you are certainly doing something wrong. Because with Luciano, Louis and I always just had fun, so much fun, making money, drinking coffee, drawing some circles, sharing this incredible technology. And right now, I want to say a big welcome on this European call to all the European business builders, associates, people that are really serious about taking this forward. From a cold Cape Town, it's been a cold weekend. We are in the middle of winter, But we have just stepped out of a super event here in Cape Town, and we are excited. We were full house. We had so many new guests. We have shared this with so many new people for the last 3 months, and the results showed, because we've just had a hit this weekend with just everything. I think our cups are running over. So, and this is something that I also want to share tonight, is about being inspired by yourself, for people to be inspired, because people will be drawn to you if you are inspired. And yeah, so I want to start off with, I'm going to share a couple of thoughts, and I hope that on this call there will be something, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 things that you can take with you, because this is a saying that says, in leadership, it's not about the knowledge that you gather, it's about the knowledge that you apply. So you don't just want knowledge, you want to apply the knowledge. So for us, it's to start applying the concepts that can take us to success. Now, I think the first most very important factor here is to have a dream and a focus. Now, I had the privilege to live with one of the biggest dreamers in the world for more than 44 years. And Louis always used to say, if your dream is not big enough, if your dream doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. And and that's still something that I hold on to this day, because I wasn't a big dreamer, but hey, you can make yourself become a dreamer. I have seen that. I've experienced that. If you're not starting off as a dreamer, or if you battle with that part of this journey, start to believe in dreams, make it a bigger deal, because in the end, you will do it for your dreams and for that. So I'm not talking here, of course, about dreaming at night. I'm talking about the open-eyed dreams, not the pipe dreams, not the fantasies, the real purposeful dreams. Now, Napoleon Hill, if you know that very famous book, Think and Grow Rich, he calls it his number 1 success principle. That book is incredible because it covers the success principles of many successful millionaires way back in the 1930s and the 1940s, and it still today is one of the top books on the planet. But he starts off by saying, definiteness of purpose is your number 1 success principle. You need definiteness of purpose. So that's the first principle. So go tonight, if you haven't yet, go and reflect, go and meditate on it, go and think about it. What would be the one thing in the next 2 to 5 years, that the reason why you would do this, or that you want to make more money, more income, of course, because it just gives you so much choice, much more choices, but for yourself, why would you do it? Because it's not just something that's going to happen. You're going to have to drive it, and you're going to have to be purposeful and focused on it. Now, someone shared with me, I think it was Darren that shared with me, that there's a very exciting thing that has just been announced in Europe. That's the Manifest Incentive Trip. Apparently somewhere in the new year or in a few months. Now, I think that is a fantastic way to kickstart your business. For us, for me, in all these 16 years that we've been involved, every week is like a new beginning. Every month is a new beginning. Every day is a new beginning where you start off. If you messed up yesterday or last month, you didn't have such a great month, hey, next month we're the same. We just start every month. We started brand new from scratch. We want new people out there. We want new things happening, new excitement. And I'm astounded that this is still the best kept secret here in South Africa. And even in Europe, I think the same thing. It's still a best kept secret. So I think it's a great time to start because of this Manifest incentive. And why do I say that? Well, I remember back in 2006 when it was just Louis and myself and Luciano, and we started to see the results of the products, mostly on the kids in this little community here in the Western Cape. And most of you know the story on the little kids who with the soup kitchen who were so malnourished, and we saw what it did to the kids. But we didn't really trust this company or if it's for real, because hey, Manatech wasn't in South Africa. It wasn't as if you could go and visit Manatech in South Africa. So I think one of the best things Louis did was to book a ticket for us. We flew over to Dallas, Texas. It was March of that year, I think 2006. And we pitched at Manifest with Luciano, and I was totally overwhelmed. I mean, I went there, I saw thousands of people cross the stage with their stories. That time we could still tell stories openly, but never mind. There was so much knowledge, product lectures. Dr. Nugent, I still remember the first time I saw him with his big Texan hat. I can't remember if it was a black one or a white one, but hey, in South Africa, no one wears these hats. And he was walking around with his big Texan hat, and he did all this lectures and the products and the technology, and we saw the lab, we saw the scientists, we saw the whole building, we saw the scientists walking in their white coats, we saw the CEO, we saw the founder, we saw the offices, we saw everything that was going on in Dallas, Texas, in this Manatech head office facility. We were totally dumbstruck. We've never seen anything like this. And of course, you see pictures, but I can't even remember that time what we could see. But that was the big picture. That was the big picture for us. We came back then, and we really took it on. We really, from then on, started to, like we say, we started to nail it. Nothing could stop us anymore, because we knew this was for real. This company is a big deal. They've got a big heart. They acknowledge us on the M5M because we basically started in South Africa through through giving, and through the M5M, through giving to kids. So it was such a big connection for us. But if that's the connection in your heart, the giving M5M thing, you'll see a lot of things there that will give you the truth of what this company really stands for. So everything that you are basically looking for in what this company stands for, you will find at Manifest. So I really hope that we will also soon be going to Manifest again. I hope so, because there's a lot of new people who haven't seen what Manifest is about, haven't seen the facility. And I know for those people who have been there, it's a game changer. Also, I think when you get there, it is such a realization, it was for us, of this being a global business. And just on that, I brag all the time. I don't know about you, but I brag all the time about the fact that since the pandemic, Manatech has opened up new countries. They are still expanding. They're still standing up to their promise. I mean, here where we are, the products are still, we don't have problems. We don't have places closing down. We don't have anything like what I don't know about Europe, but here in South Africa, certainly the pandemic has hit a lot of businesses very hard. But we don't find that with Manatech. I mean, a company in this last 4 or 5 years who have opened and expanded more countries. I mean, come on, that's something to be so proud of. So when you get there and you see all these portraits and pictures and photos of the platinums and the presidentials from, I don't know how many countries now. I think it's like, what is it, like over 44, 45 countries are now opening Thailand. It's a big deal. It's a global business. And certainly even here, we've got people knowing people in Thailand. And, every now and again, I hear of people knowing someone in France. Okay, now they start ordering. And then, we always say, once you get your story, once you get that first testimonial of a person using the products, you've got something. Because that person is going to start talking. And again, I'm saying, This is the best kept secret. We need to talk a lot more about this technology. It is such a groundbreaking technology, but I mean, that's a call for another day. I can carry on for an hour about just how amazing this technology is. And then lastly, just with Manifest, I also think that when you get there, this is when the business really goes from the head to the heart. That's when you make big decisions because you've seen the big picture. And even if there's a new person coming onto the incentive trip or the qualification, I mean, we've had people who qualified in the last 2 weeks of an incentive. Even last year, there's a lady that qualified in the last 2 weeks to go to our incentive. It was incredible. So it's really not difficult. It all depends on how much you really wanted. So again, it comes back to definiteness of purpose and, you know, your goal and your dream and your focus. It'll all eventually depend on that. Then another thought I want to share with you is that nothing will happen in this whole picture if there's not passion, excitement, and inspiration. So I always say, come to me inspired. It is not my job or the upline's job. It's never been Luciano's job to inspire me and Louis. You can ask him, never. We always come inspired because we know we have to be inspired because people are attracted to people that are passionate about something, excited, and inspired about something. So you need to really work on being an inspired being. Now, and you have to come to a meeting, and that means a one-on-one. That means a phone call. That means a home meeting or a training session. Come inspired. People will be affected by an inspired person. How do we keep ourselves inspired? Well, the experts say, and the facts say that there's only 3 ways to really take yourself to a better place and become a better version of yourself. And that is the books we read, the audios we listen to, and the people that we associate with. Now, I don't care what people I don't care where you go to find good audios or where you get your good books. There's lots of them around. I mean, behind me, you can see there's a huge library. A lot of them are filled with good biographies and autobiographies. And then there's lots and lots of audios that you can find on your phone at just at the click of a button, on podcasts, on stories, on make sure it's inspirational audios that you're listening to. And then, of course, this is why it's good to keep associating with an upline. And I hope that you all are on this call, positive-minded, uplifting people for your team, because they will keep associating with you and communicating with you if you are a positive-minded person. So we surround ourselves with the Manatech crowd. These are positive, uplifting people, more than any other group that I'm aware of right now for me in South Africa. So, and understand, just on that note, that Manatech doesn't just pay us to sell products. This is not a retail selling business. The comp plan also has a portion of leadership development into it. You all know about that. We get paid for developing leaders as well. And therefore, it's so important to grow yourself continuously and to grow your team continuously and to keep moving to a better place. That's why products alone and product knowledge alone is not going to do it for you. I mean, I don't know of anybody with more product knowledge than Dr. Nugent. I certainly never wanted to become a Dr. Nugent, and Luciano is also not a Dr. Nugent, but, you know, he could always send us to the right places to go and find what we needed to know. Now, that is I think the responsibility of an upline is to know where to send your people to. So leadership is part of the comp plan. Just keep that at the back of your mind. And then I want to ask you a question. So really just to get back and put it together. I think that was a big part of Louis' success recipe. He was always so inspired and passionate and excited about this technology and about this dream of going free on this business, on what it can give us. The comp plan is great. Technology has no competition. It is the best product on the planet. So to be passionate about that, people could see from very far that there was something here and they wanted to be part of it. So that's a very simple recipe, and we've certainly never wanted to become experts on the technology or anything like that. We just sent them to Dr. Nugent stuff. So it's still, I think, important to know that the two biggest reasons people get involved in network marketing is, guess what? This is a question I always ask a new associate. I say, or when someone really starts out, and starts to build a business from zero to director and beyond, I say, the two biggest reasons people are attracted to network marketing is, number one, to quit their job. People don't like their job. Most people don't like their job. They want to quit their job, but what to do and where to go? They need something that doesn't have a high risk. They've got support here. They've got a turnkey business. This is ideal for someone that wants to quit his job. And the second reason, according to the experts, is people want to get out of debt. People are living with debt. Debt and debt are very similar to me because it can kill you. Some people go to their grave with debt. It can actually physically make you sick, I think. And also, of course, you can go bankrupt if your debt is just too much. But these are the two main reasons people get involved in network marketing. So again, it's good to know that. And we've got the answer with this low startup, great opportunity but we need to talk about it. Again, we need to talk about it. And it's not going to be easy. Nothing good, nothing meaningful, nothing big is going to be without adversities. And I know that was one of Louis' big things is he always said, I wish upon you a lot of adversities. And man, people got mad at him because they didn't understand the concept of that. Because if you can go through your adversities and just keep on and on and on, and just win and just get up and fall and win and get up again, you will win. You will win, but you're going to have adversities. So later on they get smaller, easier, and it's not such a big deal anymore. Okay, so that was the passion, excitement, and inspiration thought. I think that is a very big deal in this whole picture to make it successful and to attract people. And then here's my last thought is that for whatever reason you are doing it, people mostly, a lot of people have, I think there's 8 reasons they say why people would do this for their dreams. And people's dreams mostly revolve around traveling. If you like, most people love traveling. A lot of people want friends. That to me was never a big deal because I was an introvert, but a lot of people want friends, meaningful friends. A lot of people want like a family, people that are alone, people that are getting older, people where their children have left the house. And I know that in Manatech, we've got a third family. It's a third family, I call it. And my Manatech family has become very, very crucial in my life. So you get a family. Some people want to lead a life of significance. A lot of people I find that mostly people want first of all, we all want to get out of debt and get the money behind us. And then people either want to buy houses and nice cars and things like that. But a lot of people don't even want that. Let's say you get people coming into your business who have a lot of money and are financially free. Most of those people who come in want a life of significance. They want to do something meaningful with their life. Now, what more meaningful than this journey with Manatech? And then my one that I want to end off with for this dream thing is to leave a legacy for your children. Now, I think that is a underestimated reason. And why do I say that? Because now we always say, this goes into the second and the third generation, and I know where we come from the previous network. It was a big deal because that company was already long in existence. But now get this, I'm so excited that in our family, in the Van der Linde family, this business is now going into the third generation. Now, just for you, I know most of you people have a family, and maybe you have grandkids or whatever or not. But my grandson, Luciano, Noah, he just signed up his first associate himself. He actually invited 3 people, 3 youngsters to the event. They sat in the front. He had his suit and tie on. He looked like a superstar. His first person had to get his parents, permission to sign up. I think he's still 17 or something. But he is so excited. I think Noah is 16 or 17. But guess what? We are in South Africa so excited about the younger generation coming on board now. I feel that it is a perfect time now to get the 20, 25, 30, 35-year-olds back in again. We've got some very solid leaders that have been out there for a while. Solid. But there's a gap right now. We need to get the young new ones in. And I was thinking, and the funny thing is, guess what these boys want? They all want cars. They all want great cars. They want Porsches or Ferraris. And they're not going to make it with just having a university degree possibly. But yeah, they can dream big. So it just made me realize again on where we started. I can have what I want with this kind of income. I can make it. I can be in 5 years a millionaire. Of course you can. There's no limit on this network marketing, duplicating, amazing business where, it's a leveraging, eh? That's the right word. It's a leveraging, duplicating system that we have of passive income that just grows and grows and grows. We just need to share it. No one is going to know if we don't share it. So I was so proud yesterday and this morning because now Noah nags his dad, Vince. And Vince has to phone and perform and that. But that's third generation. And, that now gives it another dimension. Because what other business can you, with excitement, take to a third generation? Often, people don't want to get involved in their parents' business. But okay, that's again another story. I don't want to go off the point. I just want to say I'm so excited because I know that any reason you have for building your dreams, you can find the solution in this Manatech journey. Whatever you want to do, because you've got that passive income where you don't start at zero at the beginning of the month. That is such a powerful concept, but it's going to have to start with you becoming inspired, passionate, and excited, like Louis and I was and still are every single day. And I know my upline is the same. I now know a couple of people who are in South Africa who are always inspired. I hope you are in Europe. I hope that you are an inspired bunch of people that are leading your team to go to Manifest and to take this to the next level. Because seriously, I think Europe is got so many opportunities and just so much potential. So I'm going to close in saying one of my favorite sayings: it is not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves. Back to you, Luciano. Thank you.
Awesome, Leone. Hey, let's let her see our appreciation. Awesome call. Awesome. The training. Guys, I can second Leone on what she was saying. I have never called them to try to inspire them ever. Probably the reverse. With Louis, he had no lack of being inspired, and neither did Leone. And that is so on, inspiration all the time. And I just had a conversation with you and Vince a couple of days ago. And that's exactly what Vince was saying on the call. It's always an inspirational call every time we get together with each other, because that's what it is, And this business is worth being inspired for, So guys, I just want to say thank you, Leone, for being here. I'm glad that you guys came. I know that you guys have lots of notes and lots of value from her conversation. I know since you're here, and we have another friend that's here that was not supposed to be talking, but since he showed up, before we leave, I'm going to ask our friend, who all of you know, to maybe just close us out with a couple of words. We have our ex-CEO, now he is the counsel to the board. I just changed his title, but he can fix it. But anyways, Al, can you just say a couple of words to the people here and inspirational? And by the way, I've always seen him inspirational too. I guess that's where I learned it from.
Well, definitely Leone was inspirational. It's inspirational to see so many people on the call. That's exciting. Leone, you pulled in like 140 some people. That's pretty fantastic on a Monday morning, a Monday afternoon. So no, there's not much I can add to this. I was hoping not to be seen. I just wanted to hear Leone a little bit and get inspired. So I am inspired. I hope you are inspired. We got a lot to look forward to, but more than anything else, manifest 2025. Make it a point to be there, whatever it takes. I know we're going to be talking about it again and again and again and again. I just got the rules, so I'm going to be putting something together with Darren just so we can discuss how to help you get there. We're talking about some things that I think are going to be pretty exciting to help you do that. We'll be talking about that September 1st. When we meet, I'll be on your training call then, and we'll get ready to have an amazing 2025, and definitely right here in Texas. We're waiting for you. All right. We love you guys. Back to you, Luciano. I wanted to just be a fly in the wall today.
Forget about that. Never going to happen. But anyways, guys, again, this Thursday, remember, we're here every Thursday night. EPAC, all of the Presidential Council from Europe, they put the meetings together. This was an EPAC meeting, a training that we do every other Monday. And then every Thursday, we hear business presentation, different speakers all the time. So we invite you. Have a great rest of your night. For those of you that is still there, have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you guys soon.